All right, we're live. So thank you, Vitaly, for being here. I appreciate your time. And looks like I've been seeing you traveling throughout the United States. Where are you at now?
I'm in northwest of Florida.
Wow.
And you
Okay.
see, I'm wearing this jacket because it's getting colder at night, but during the day it's warmer than in LA. That's why
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. Cool. 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 And so how long have you been traveling for? Because you've been going for a little while.
I've been traveled the whole life, but from California to get here, it depends again how you go. I love to drive. I'm sick of flights, and like I want to see the country. What is the point to live in that beautiful, best country in the world if you don't touch it, if you don't see it, if you don't explore? And I'm trying to drive down to Florida from California through different states, different cities. And this time I spent like 6.5 days to get here. It was fun. I drove through Colorado, beautiful cities. What is that? Colorado Springs. I went to buffet over there, which is $15 a person, but it's so nice. And also, like, especially now you're driving through the cities and you see Christmas lights, beautiful houses, properties, and you're like, oh wow. And like about the property, I've been always crazy about the property, but I'm still not officially agent. I never attend that test, but probably I have to. And I always looking for some properties. I don't want it, but I'm always looking for some houses, lands, and businesses. And this time I stopped at the city. They call it Green River City in the state of Utah. The city in the middle, at the middle of nowhere, and you're driving like 50 miles. There's no gas station or anything like that, but the city is beautiful. It's nice.
Mhm.
Some houses are abandoned, and I found like a very beautiful house. I shoot the video. I have that video on my Facebook. You can see. And I would buy this house. I don't know how much it cost. I would fix it, flip it, how we call it, and then put it on rental or like even just rent it out for locals. I don't know anything about the property, but the property is the house, two-story house, 2 stories house, right? On the main street, abandoned. Could you imagine? Nice land in front of the gas station. 1,000 cars are driving by every day because it's kind of like a main road, not the freeway, but kind of county road. So busy, but it's abandoned. And I was so mad about that.
So I mean, if you want to buy it, I mean, it's just a matter of getting the address. We can get the owner's phone number, their information, contact them, get them your
Right,
offer. It's
but
really easy.
yeah, I
You
was
have
just
the address? You have the address?
I don't remember the address, but for me, it's easy just to put on the Google map or
Uh,
find it by the map. So it's not a big
well,
deal.
if you want to,
I
if you
can
want to,
put it. I can let you know where is that.
yeah, we'll get you the information. So that was in Utah, right?
Yeah, Utah is amazing. Oh my God, love it, love it.
And in your travel, what's your favorite place so far that you traveled to in this
Yeah, as
journey?
I told you previously on the phone that I love California because I used to work as a flight attendant many years for a few airlines, and I used to travel around the world like a lot, right? For travel, for work, for leisure, for fun, for many things. I'm sorry, I dropped some stuff.
All
And
right.
yeah, California is the best. And I can talk about like weeks because California has everything.
Okay.
That's why if I leave this country, and I no, if I live in this country, I for sure I have to stay in California to be just like not number one, but feel myself that I'm at the best place because California has everything that you need. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you cannot go abroad. You cannot go outside the state. You always have to travel. And if you want to understand this country more, especially me, because I'm working as a journalist, I have to know what's going on inside the country. I need to know what people are thinking, doing, how they're surviving.
Yeah.
You have to go and explore. But
Okay.
California is the best for sure.
Okay. So
And
you and I mean, I lived in California most of my life. You've been in California. You own property here. You lived here. So now on this little journey you're taking, this big journey, little journey, short time period. I mean, like, what's been your favorite stop that you've been to? That's what I mean.
so the favorite stop again, the same in California, I would say is the Central Valley. I would say is the desert. desert of Mojave, because I live in Mojave right now, and there is actually a lot of things to learn. And I know a lot about Mojave, but at the same time, I don't know any many things. So it's still so plenty of things that I have to learn and go through, basically.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. So I appreciated the opportunity to work with you, and congratulations, you finally sold your property. So I just wanted to ask you about that journey that you took, because other people are going to be in the same situation. When did you first buy that property, the lot in West Hollywood? When did you first buy it?
So I'm a dreamer, you know. I'm a dreamer, and when I bought that land, I thought it's going to be the same land that I have in Moscow, Russia.
Mm,
So usually when you buy a land in Europe or in Russia, or not in Middle East, but Europe, would say Eastern Europe, Western Europe, doesn't matter. So you buy the land and you can take care of that land by yourself, by your hands, basically. So what I was thinking, like, I have no money, but I would buy that land and I would use it as a garden plus investment. You always investing, because I believe that property is the best investment. You can buy crypto, you can invest to the stock market, but it's not stable. I want to touch something. As long as I have my wallet in my hands, I know that is in front of me and I can take care of that well. So the same thing was with that property. So we know Hollywood is the best place too. It's like very famous. And this is the part of the city, best one in the world. So I own big land in Moscow, few lands in Moscow. And if I have the land in the city, the best city in the world, so I expect everything. So I expect the government going to take care of that well. I expect that there's going to be a nice road, access to the water, access to the sewer, access to everything that we have in the best city. But and that's why I bought it, because I thought I have very big opportunity and good investment in my hands. But it's not true. It's not working like it's working in Europe. To be honest, I bought that land and then I thought, oh, okay, and then I can start my garden. I can start to build my garden, and maybe I can put the tent on that land. And so I went to the city, and the city was saying, like, no, you cannot even stand on that land as long as you have no this permit, that permit, this permit, that permit. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to get that permit? And they were like, oh, you have to go and build your new road access to that land. And I'm like, gosh, how much is gonna cost? And they told me, like, we don't know, might be $1 million. And I'm like, okay, so let's keep that land. But then I also had some kind of issues with the neighbors, because they are like, so if you don't want to build a house, you cannot just do anything here. And I'm like, okay, so if you have issues with the neighbors, if you have issues with city, so probably it's not going to work for you. And I was thinking, like, it's a good investment, great investment, because again, as previously, I was thinking like this is like the best city in the world. But then, like, the life is moving. You want to get another property. You feeling that this investment is not going to be the best for you, probably from somebody else, because some people, they just want to put some money somewhere. And I'm like, probably I have to put it on sale. And so I just found you randomly, as I told you.
hold
Um,
on, let's back up. Let's back up. So what year did you buy it?
I think I started paying for that land 2017 or 18. I don't
Okay, okay.
remember.
All right, got it. And
Yeah.
was it on the market? Was it on the market for sale? Did you find the
It's,
owner? How did you?
the point is that I always saying you guys go and buy at the auction, right? You can play with those auctions and get properties. But this property, I got it from some agent. She moved to Florida for some reason out of California, and she said she also bought it out of auction, and then she was able to sell it for like $15,000 with payments. And I said, listen, I don't have 15,000. I can pay you like what, 10, or how much I offered,
Uh,
but also with payments. And she said, okay. And that's how I bought it.
okay,
So
okay. So you knew an agent that had it, and she sold it to you. It wasn't like on the market. You weren't like looking. You just
yeah, I
okay,
found it again on Zillow or somewhere else
okay,
randomly. And
okay.
so, yeah, some of my friends, they were paying for Camaro, they were paying for like expensive devices. I was paying for that land.
Okay. So then you never had intentions of like building on it. It was always like thinking about a garden or
As I
tent.
told you that I had no money. So if you want to build some property on that land, you need like at least $2, $3 million. So if you don't have it, better not to do that.
Yeah.
Because this is not flat land, it's special land. It's a special land because Hollywood is a special area in LA and the land is special too.
Yeah. So you probably had no idea what you were getting into when you bought it for like 10 grand, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you started selling it by owner, right? After.
Uh, I put it on somewhere by myself. I didn't go through because again, maybe I wasn't promoted well, and at the same time, I didn't know how to do it. And number three, I also afraid of scammers and scam. It's just like that because here I'm feeling like you need like 1,000 people behind you to take care of you.
so
At the
then
same
so
time,
then
you're trying to be by yourself.
yeah, okay. So how long were you trying on your own? I mean,
I think like a year.
a year. Okay, that's a little bit of time. And did you
Yeah.
get any results of
And
that?
some people they were calling me and asking me what kind of house is on sale. I was always saying this is not a house. This
Uh,
is the land. This is the land. They're like, why is so cheap? Because I was like, listen, this is not the house. This is the land, and there is many things that you have to take care of.
okay. So you tried for a whole year. Did you get any
Yeah.
offers at all?
A few people they were calling me. Yeah, they gave me offers, but then they disappeared.
Disappeared. I see. Okay. And then you hired an agent, right, to sell the
Yeah.
property.
Then I heard you.
No. Before me, you hired somebody else. Remember?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then how did that go?
Yeah, we spoke over the phone, and I give them everything that they want to proceed the selling, but it didn't go through.
You went through. Okay. And then did that experience influence what you were looking for in your next agent?
Right. And then I found you.
And how did you and I connect?
So I think you called me back,
Hmm.
and you called me back, and you called me like a few times,
Okay.
and it for me was like what that guy wants from me. It's always like that, like
Uh-huh.
it's like me when I'm trying to submit like an interview with some famous person, right?
Yeah.
And I'm calling, texting, and explaining why you have to work with me, how I can help you, and why you have to trust me and everything. So it was the same thing, I guess. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. And so was there
you
anything?
touched the right bell.
Okay. Was there anything specific about what I said or did that helped you feel comfortable to move forward with me?
Yeah. I would say that it was great that you sent me some kind of information regarding your experience, which is very important in California because that's how we assess people and assess the situation with who we can work. And also, like, yeah, I mean, like, I checked the information that you have your phone number, picture, and some there was a list that property that you were selling before, I guess,
Hmm.
something like that. And I
Okay.
checked your profile and everything, and yeah, so there was like 100% trust and everything.
All right, cool. So then we listed the property, and just so you had a year on your own, and how much time were you with the other agent?
I think the same,
Same, another
maybe a little
whole
bit
year.
less,
That's a long
maybe
time.
more, maybe longer. Yeah, I just put it on sale, and I was like, okay, whatever. If
Okay.
somebody calls, okay, I was not a rush, just
Okay. I see. So that's a long time. And then we were on the market for a long time before we got an
yeah.
offer, right? So I guess my question is how did you feel about the fact that, you're listing this property for a multi-year period and then you're not getting any results? How did that make you feel?
I feel okay because I do understand. I do understand why is that. I was asking for the whole money, for the whole lump sum, right? For the
Yes.
cash, and I'm feeling like a lot of people they are not ready to buy the property like that for the whole amount of money. Secondly, I bought that property with payments, right? The
Yeah.
same thing. People they want to buy it with payments, land like some kind of property like that. So there are not a lot of people who are would buy it again for the whole amount. And number three, people again they want to move in to somewhere. And who is investing to those lands right now? I guess a lot of people they just don't know how to play with that. and they heard the stories that they can put liens. There's like something else on top of that. So a lot of people, they don't know how to play with liens, especially in LA, because they know there's a lot of restrictions. Again, taxation, and la 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 la. So I think that's why. That's why,
Okay.
and it's absolutely understandable.
Okay. And then how were you able to stay so patient in all that time period when it was on the market?
I used to work. I get paid. I had money to survive. So, and for me, it was not a goal to sell the property. It just was idea to sell it because I was thinking like I don't need that. Just holding me, and I can get that money and invest to something else,
Yeah.
like this house in Utah. But I don't want it. So
Mm,
that's why.
I see.
It just I was like I investigated. I checked that, and I was thinking like, okay, I don't have a lot of money to build a house, and I don't want to hold it for next 100 years. I have another property that I want to hold for next 100 years, but this property is not for me.
I see. I see. Okay. And then so after a while you finally got an offer and you accepted it at the asking
Right.
price. How did that feel? Finally getting an offer after all that
Yeah, I
time?
was so happy, and I was thinking like maybe I have to spend that money to buy a new car right now and forget about anything else, or just have to think about that after
Okay.
when I will get the money. So, and yeah, I was happy, good, and I was fully in trust and everything. So just yeah.
Okay. And then how did you feel the escrow process went from
Um,
your perspective as a seller?
I didn't do anything for that. Just I signed it something, and
but but
what
you
I
remember
know that is so safe, because if you will do something against me or bad, I can go and sue you.
no, but I mean, but
or
do you
submit the
remember?
claim.
Okay, do you remember you were in Russia when the offer was
No,
accepted?
I haven't been in Russia. Unfortunately, I cannot
Okay.
go back to my country because of the war. I don't know what to talk with the people, because I also go to Ukraine, so I don't
Okay.
want to be arrested. So I was in Europe for summer. I went to Serbia and those countries around just to stay away from the heat in California.
Okay, but you were not in the country when this transaction
I
took
was
place.
not in the country, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, so we had to do everything virtually. And how did you feel about how we
Yeah,
did everything?
everything was great, and again, as I told you, I was fully like supported everything, and fully in trust, so there was no
Okay.
any issues. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you don't remember that there was in the title report. I guess there was a deed
Yeah,
that
I
was
do
recorded.
remember.
What do you remember about that?
Yeah, there was an issue with some kind of title that there was no my name or something like that. They missed something, and I thought you fixed everything. You spoke with somebody else, and they did everything
Okay,
nice.
so yeah, so yeah, I guess the escrow officer, Jennifer Gibson, Century Escrow, there was a deed that was not recorded prior to you owning the property, and she had to track down the previous owners and then have them notarize the deed so it could be recorded, and you could sell this property free and clear of any title issues. So
Right.
yeah,
You see, the view people, they can sell property even if they don't own that property.
or it's not
That's
recorded. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I guess when you have the contract, just I don't know how you did. You didn't record. I mean, I don't know how you did it. Anyway, so then finally it closed. How do you feel now that it's closed?
I'm very happy. Yeah, I was very happy. It finally closed, and I forget about that land. I bought another land.
So now that's good. Good for you. You got some money in your account, some funds. What real estate goals do you have in the future?
Um,
Not sure. Are you frozen? Looks like he's frozen. I don't know what's going on. Vitaly, are you there? Hey, Josh, what's up, man? So it looks like he's frozen on his real estate goals. But it was a pleasure, honor, and a privilege to work with Vitaly to sell his vacant lot. It was in West Hollywood. It was in raw land, meaning there wasn't, sewage or
I'm
plumbing.
sorry,
Oh,
my
yeah,
service is bad.
okay. Don't worry about that. I've seen,
Hurricane is
I've
coming.
seen,
Hurricane
seen
is
big
coming.
YouTube influencers get stuck like that. So anyway, so now what other real estate goals do you have in the future? Oh, there you go again. So Vitaly is a journalist. He does for Russian TV, and so he's traveling throughout the country. And I guess if he doesn't come on soon, we'll say goodbye. But it was an honor, and privilege to work with him, and it would be an honor, and privilege to earn your business. And I'll still keep trying. That's what we have this YouTube channel for, to serve the public and provide information, trends, empower you so you can meet your real estate goals. So with that, we'll say goodbye and take care. Oh, he's coming back. Are you back? We'll give him 10 seconds. Oh, there you are. Can I hear you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No worries, man. No worries. So then you
make sure there's a nice service,
No,
that's a good advice.
Hey, for 20 out of 21 minutes, it's been fine. So then you were saying about your goals for the future?
Yeah, it's kind of hard, really, because my goals right now just to keep that property that I have, which is also a big deal. Because you see, we have that property in Florida here. Back in the days, it was super cheap. It was very nice and affordable during the COVID. And actually, smart people, they were buying properties during the COVID. It was so easy. So what we did, we drove across the whole state of Florida and we bought the land for $10,000, not far from the American Gulf. Before it was Mexican Gulf. So, and
Go
here in Florida, they allow to put a mobile home on your private land so easy. Not in California, right?
Okay.
And we have no insurance right now for the house because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
So we were deciding to escape the insurance because we own that property. We don't have to pay insurance. But
You have a
then,
mortgage.
yeah. So after a hurricane, if it's going to fly away, we're just going to buy a new house, basically,
I see.
without insurance, because insurance is not affordable anymore. It's very, very expensive. So that's why I think maybe better to save that money or get some kind of like how we call it, like saving account to wait for another disaster. Sorry, I mean, like, I don't know really. I don't know really how to invest right now. It's kind of hard because you have to make sure that you would afford that property before you purchase it. Because you today you have a good job, tomorrow you might lose your job, and you have to make sure that you would able to pay mortgage if it's mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Because I know in California right now, even now, they have kind of support from the government. It's kind of hard to get it, and you're not sure that you would able to get it. But at the same time, I always pushing the people to own any kind of property in the country. Maybe they cannot afford in California, but while they're working in California, they can buy a house in Florida or Ohio, and then they would able to sell it and buy something in California, or at least in case of anything happen, they just can go to their own home. Because like I'm from Europe, right? I'm from Eastern Europe, and I always think in advance because if I'm gonna get sick, who's gonna take care of me? What if you by yourself? It's just like that. It depends what you want to do in your life. But I want to save that money right now, and maybe later I will buy something else. But I have a big land in LA County, and I believe in LA County, and I believe in California. And for sure, if you have any kind of land in California, Hollywood, NorCal, South Cal, whatever desert, potentially is very good investment. Is the best state in the country, and a lot of foreigners are coming, and businesses are growing. So
remind us, why is LA County and California the best in the country for you in your view? Can you remind us?
absolutely, because guys, we're traveling around the world right now. We see that the number of travelers are growing. You know that California is number one in the U.S. by travelers, so they still want to go and explore the state. And I believe if transportation going to grow, get better, we will get more foreigners. So this is number one. That's what the governor doing.
The
And I spoke
diversity.
about that, and he for sure trying to take care of the transportation. We need it. That's why we have people who are fighting each other inside the state. If we would have connection, if San Francisco would have connection with Mojave Desert, people would go and explore. So number two, we have that airport in Palmdale. I think that it's going to be open soon for people as a like civilian airport, like not the army base, whatever. Because we also have the same airport in New York State. So people they flying from European countries to New York, but they don't fly to the New York City. They fly to that New York airport. I don't know why they call it New York Airport, but it's 100 miles away from JFK.
Uh-huh.
So, like I believe that in Palmdale, which is gonna, they call it not Palmdale Airport, they call it Los Angeles Airport. Could you imagine? So it's gonna be open for public soon. I don't know when. Plus
Okay.
that new train, which is gonna run from Sacramento all the way to Las Vegas through LA County and Kern County, and there's something else.
So,
So everything gonna grow because of the train.
okay, so what you like, what I'm hearing is the diversity and
Absolutely,
the opportunities
absolutely,
for
absolutely.
transportation and connection that
And so
you're positive about that. Okay.
people are coming to California. So 40 millions, they want to be there, but it's not affordable. If we're going to extend properties, especially we have that site, Mojave. So it's open. Kern County is empty. San Bernardino County is empty. So if they're going to extend houses, let people build houses and downsize that what they need, like those, I don't know, many regulations. If they're going to cut it, so people, they're going to build their own houses. They're going to build something else and it's going to grow and it cannot stop. It's just, like this is the California. So
Okay. And then your land in LA County, what part of LA County is it in?
Palmdale.
Palmdale. Okay, so you have a vacant lot in Palmdale.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then does it have utilities and all that stuff, or is it like raw land as well?
They're so they have electricity. I have the electricity. What is that? Electricity is it just runs along the land and nice county road. Nice, the best. And there's
Road, paved road or
very
dirt
good
road?
road. Yeah, very good road. Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure that you have access to your land.
Okay.
So, but no water. You can dig that well, but as long as I know, right now it's so expensive. Before it was like 30,000. Right now it's like $50,000. I cannot afford it. It's just
Mhm.
super expensive.
Yeah.
And also safety. Safety. I'm sorry. I want to be the honest. So people they're stealing some kind of people stealing supplies. If you want to, so I have my neighbor. He's my hero. He built the house from scratch by himself. He was hiring some people who were taking care of the foundation of the roof, but he installed his own fans, own what is that, windows and doors. At the same time, it's cool when you build it for your family and for yourself. But if you want to make profit, is a different life, different procedure. Some people they just want to live by themselves, long life in California for next 40 years. They're not thinking about to build the property as investment. Is the
Mhm.
one thing,
Yeah.
But another thing, a lot of people they are trying to buy property. It's just a system because
Mhm.
they want to get some profit later on.
Okay.
So it
Well,
depends. What do you want?
well, just let me put an idea in your head, because just an idea. Like, I had another client that was in Lancaster. They had a manufactured home, and so what they went ahead and did is we had a contractor attach it to a permanent foundation. Once it's attached to a permanent foundation, then it qualifies for FHA financing. So a buyer bought the mobile home and the land with 3.5% down for 440,000. That's like a pretty good price for a manufactured home. The reason is because they
Very
attached the,
expensive right now. You see?
yeah. So to not to do it, the expensive part was for the buyer. Once it's all done, the buyer went ahead and bought it for a large price. Not the expensive to do it. To do it wasn't that expensive. And just so you know, I know a contractor I know the contractor that did it. They did it, and he's actually willing to help. If you get the mobile home, you have the lot. He can actually get it attached to the permanent foundation, no upfront fee to you. When you sell the property, then he would collect his contractor fee. That's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I heard about that and I thought about that too. But again, so if you want to do it, I don't know, for profit or for yourself, you have to have at least like 150,000 K right now in your pocket because, or you borrow some money somewhere to do that.
To buy the manufactured home.
Yeah, to build to set up everything basically because to get the mailbox is $1,000.
I see. I see. Okay, but the attaching to the permanent foundation was not that much. After off camera, I'll give you the price, but it was a lot cheaper than that. Anyway, so that's in
Yeah,
to
I
your
wish
mind.
it's gonna be like that. I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, like again, too many things. Like I wish I would do the same. I just put the house over there and leave on the land. But there's too many things.
Yeah.
Again, safety should be number one,
No.
and I don't feel that.
Yeah.
There should be someone who's gonna watch the property before you're gonna stop before you finish everything, basically.
Yeah. I see. I see. Okay. But later on down the road, if you want to be connected to that contractor just to get the information, that would be helpful. Maybe
Thank you.
to consider. So,
You've been always very helpful. Yeah, you've been always very helpful. You always give me tips and advice, and I think I can call you anytime, and everything gonna be
all right,
more than
we're Facebook
100%.
friends. I see you all the time, man. I see all
Yeah,
your videos
right.
all around the country. So briefly, for those out there who have never worked with me, after your experience, how would you describe what was like working with Luis Sanchez as your realtor, as your listing agent?
Uh, Again, this is safety number one, right? Because we have too many regulations, and you feeling you're not by yourself when you're selling your property, and even if you share some money that you are getting, so as you mentioned that I was not even own that property officially, but I bought it. How was possible, right? I mean, like, so yeah, you have to work with someone to make sure everything goes well. And you see, again, my property was nothing, just the land, and there's nothing else. There's no liens or you don't own any bills. But some people like they sell properties, but they don't even know that there's no access to the land or to the property. And there's like liens. Some grandma signed that bill like 100 years ago, and you have to go investigate. They don't know how to do that. So I think we all have to work through some kind of third party or whatever we're gonna call to make sure everything is goes well. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
heard
Okay.
some stories that people they sold properties, but then after 5 years they noticed that they sold it, but they still own some bills. They own some money to someone, and
Yeah.
they have to pay back.
Yeah.
It might be more than the property price.
Yeah. Yeah. So knowing the property, the title report, and seeing what was recorded, I'm hearing is helpful. So
Yeah.
the security of having a.
And security is number one. I used to
All
work
right.
as a flight attendant
So
7 years.
okay, cool, cool,
Security
cool.
is number one.
All right. So here's the last question. So there's literally 100,000 real estate agents and brokers that do business in LA County. Maybe they live outside of the county but still do business and work in this county. So would you recommend prospective sellers to work with me? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I think as long as you're not taking the whole amount of price. Just kidding. Yeah, yeah, I think you are a good seller and you helping you not leaving people even if they sold the property with you, which is important because I want to get upgrades. I want to make sure I'm not losing anything. Maybe there's something that I can purchase. If you will have some kind of cool offers, let me know, please. And you was always open for that. And even before we start working with you, you told me that you can let me know what is on sale and how much my property is cost and should I sell it? Like I can talk with you and I feel like you like my friend for the whole life.
Okay, cool. Appreciate your feedback. So I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's late over there in Florida. So I appreciate you're staying
But you
awake.
see, I want to point one thing that a lot of people they don't even know. So Florida has two time zones, right? So Miami is plus 3 hours from California,
Yeah.
but I'm on Panhandle, which is northwest. It's still
Ah,
Florida, but we have plus 2 hours.
oh, it's 2 hours. Okay, so it's 10:30. It's 10:40 right now p.m.
Yeah, not that late. It's good to go to the local bar.
I see. Okay, cool. Good for you. So how much time are you going to spend more traveling before you?
the whole
And
life.
oh, really? Okay. But this trip, or this is your destination.
I'm at home. I'm staying here. I have my house here, so
Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
2, 3 months, maybe one.
All right. Let me know when you come back to LA. Maybe we'll get together in person for the first
Thank
time.
you. Thank you so much. Thank
All right.
you.
All right. I'll keep watching your Facebook videos, man.
All right. Share your videos too.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Appreciate your time. Have a good evening, man.
You too. Good night. Good
Yeah.
night.
It's a good sport. Have a good one.